Okay, good morning, students. Right, in the previous classes, we discussed about the kinds of meeting, AGM, statutory meeting, and board meetings. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss about extraordinary general meetings, that is EGMs. Right. So here I have drawn a diagram which is also there in your material. So but what's the diagram is discussing about the authority, that means whoever is conducted the EGMs. Here we are going to discuss which authority will conduct the EGM meeting. Generally all meetings like AGM, statutory meetings, all will generally conducted by the board of directors only. But here whenever you are coming to EGMs may conducted by the board of directors or by the requisitionist. Then who is that requisitionist? Why it will conducted by the requisitionist rather than the directors in the company? Why? Because before discussing about that why, first of all we need to know what is EGM. So EGMs are also known to be as general meetings. Why? Because all the meetings other than the AGMs, statutory meetings, board meetings, class meetings, whatever the general meetings are conducted in the company or comes under general meetings, or else we can call them as a extraordinary general meetings, right? So extraordinary general meetings are known to be as a general meetings which are except to the AGMs and statutory and board meetings, right? So then what is the major purpose of conducting EGM? So the major purpose of conducting EGM is, here we need to know, right, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of EGM, right? So the purpose of EGM, why we are conducting the EGM, the major purpose of EGM is, here if any changes we need to go on with that. So if any changes, if we need to go on in MOA of a company, that is memorandum of association, if we want to make any changes in MOA, or if we want to make any changes in AOA, or if you want to reduce the share capital. So if you want to reduce the share capital of a company, then we need to conduct the AGMs in a company. And if we want to remove the directors, removal of directors and auditors, if you will observe, the appointment of or the retirement or reappointment of directors or auditors will generally done in AGM. But whenever if we are coming to removal, right, so removal of directors or auditors if we want to do, then we need to conduct the EGM in the company. So if we want to make any changes either in MOA or AOA, or if we want to reduce the share capital of a company, or if we want to remove the director or auditor of a company, then we need to conduct the EGM in the company. So then next we are going to discuss, now we are going to discuss this exact point, right, which authority will conduct the AGM. So generally we have two types of authorities. They'll conduct the AGM in the company by the board of directors or by the requisitionist. Then by the board of directors directly they can conduct the meeting. That means by the board itself, by sending the notice to the company within 21, sorry, by sending the notice of the meeting to the every director, official, assignee or legal representative, to the auditor of a company within 21 clear days, a same like other meeting it can conduct. So by sending the notice, contents of the notice, time, date and place, so everything can be conducted by the board itself by sending a notice or by passing a resolution in the company, by sending a notice within 21 clear days to the company, we can conduct the meeting. So that is the by board itself. Then under requisition of shareholders, so actually if the shareholders themselves, if they will not conduct the meeting, so there is a requirement of AGM in the company. But if the board is not conducting the meeting in the company, then at that time the shareholders will fill a form called requisition. So requisition is generally called as an official letter or official order, whichever is passing from one authority to the other authority. So here the shareholders will pass or they will fill the requisition form and it will pass it to the board of directors. So based on the requisition form, here the board of directors will conduct the EGM in the company. So based on the request of the shareholders, right, so this requisition of shareholders comes under section 1 under section 169. So the requisition make whichever is the requisition form whichever is made by the shareholders. So based on that requisition, the board of directors will conduct the meeting, right? So here the requisition has to be deposited. That means the shareholder has to deposit this requisition form in the registered office of a company. So in the registered office of a company, they need to fill that, and they have to register, they have to deposit that requisition form in the registered office, because if there is a valid requisition form only, the board of directors can conduct the meeting. So in that meeting also, the meeting should be held within 45 days after depositing the valid requisition form from the shareholders. So within 45 days, the board of directors need to conduct the meeting whenever the requisition form is deposited by the shareholders in the registered office. If there is a valid requisition form only, then the board of directors need to conduct the AGM within 45 days. This is the process whenever there is under the requisition of shareholders. So this two process are comes under only by the board of directors. If you will observe, by the board itself, they will conduct the AGM by passing a notice of meeting within 21 clear days, or by passing simply a resolution in the company's meeting, they will conduct the AGM. Or under requisition of the shareholders, under requisition of the shareholders also, the board of directors only, they will conduct the meeting. Under these two systems, only the board of directors are involved and conducting the AGM in the company. So then if you will go to the next point, by the requisitionist.